everyone, Emily here from Emily's Excellent Epics, and today I have for you a 5-star prediction video. So, I've never done one of these before. We'll see how this goes. So what I've decided to do, I've seen other people do them, and I've always been meaning to try it, and I have not done it. And honestly, I really haven't had too many 5-star reads recently. Like, I think my last 5-star read was in June, and that was Sword of Kaigen by Emma Wong. And I haven't had one since then. I've had books that I've enjoyed, but they've been like 4, 4.5, 4.75, not quite hitting a 5-point mark. I don't know why that is. I don't know. So I've put together 5 books for September, October. So one for September, October, November, December. Oh gosh, did I mess up? September, October, November, December. We only have 4 months left in the year. Look, there is no tired and stress like back to school teacher tired, and I have not been having a good attitude. I confess that. That's my fault. So my brain is all over the place. At any rate, I have 5 books. So what that means is my goal is to read them before the end of the year and then report back to you on them. So I've got 4 months to read these because they're not going to get read in August. And in fact, I have a packed September already because I overcommitted on buddy reads and read-alongs that I want to follow along with. So I don't know how I'm going to fit all this. I don't even know how I'm going to fit September in. So we shall see how this works, but here we go. So first up for the 5, so these are all books that I am thinking / hoping will be a 5-star read, but I'm also kind of thinking they'll be a 5-star read. First up is Blood Over Brighthaven by Emma Wong. This is like a dark academia, I think. So this is about Siona, who has devoted every waking moment to studying magic, and she wants to be the first woman ever admitted to the High Magistracy of the University of Magics and Industry. So she passes the qualifying exam to become a high mage. She finds her challenges have just begun, and her new colleagues are determined to make her feel unwelcome. And so instead of getting a qualified lab assistant, they give her a janitor. So I've heard really good things about this book. I've been really excited to read it. I would like to read this in September because it would fit like a faction prompt for my vampire faction for the Mystic Readathon, but I'm already like I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potential. I already have a lot of books. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to fit it in, but that's the plan. Another 5-star prediction is Air by Sabaa Tahir. An Ember in the Ashes is my favorite YA series. This picks up events from the next generation of characters in the Ember in the Ashes world. So I feel personally, you do need to read Ember in the Ashes because we have characters and what has happened to them in Ember in the Ashes, that quadrilogy, that impacts what happens here. So I started like reading the first chapter and I realized like I didn't remember enough from the ending. So I wanted to go back and reread, which I have been doing, following along the read-along that Krista over at Books and Jams and Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstands have been doing. So this month is book 3, Reaper at the Gates. So I'm currently working on that right now. Next month, September, will be Sky Beyond the Storm. I've read them already. We're now entering like the first time rereading those 2 books. And then in October will be this. Then I also have Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. This I hope to get to during Hispanic Heritage Month. This is about Xiomara Batista. She is like a slam poet, I believe, in Harlem. And this is a novel told in verse. I did start listening to this years ago. I'm not a big audiobook reader, but because this is slam poetry, I think it translates well. But I never finished it. The library was returned. I do need to read that. Another book that I'm hoping will be a 5-star book. This one I'm not as sure about. I wanted 5 stars, so I grabbed this one, and I'm not 100% sure. I think this might be more of a 4.5. But I'm hoping for 5. And that is Marilla of Green Gables by Sarah McCoy. And this follows Marilla, obviously, our title character. So if you don't know the story of Anne of Green Gables, Anne of Green Gables is a beloved series by Lucy Maud Montgomery, and it follows Anne Shirley, who is an orphan, who is taken in by Marilla and Matthew Cuthbert. They're 2 siblings. And when they when they first take her in, they were hoping actually for a boy to help Matthew. They're both getting older, and Matthew needs help kind of running the farm. And so they were hoping for a boy, and instead, Anne Shirley comes into their lives. And she just is full of foibles. And Marilla is kind of like crotchety and grumpy, and she's taken in by Anne Shirley. And this is Marilla's backstory before the events of Anne of Green Gables. So I've been wanting to read this for a while. And I do need to read this for Her Kid. This is Around the World Challenge. Actually, all of these books are books that I'm going to be using for Her Kid, so that works too. And then last but not least, City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. This is, what is this? Oh, it's a gift receipt from my brother. He apparently gave this to me one year for my birthday or Christmas. So this is about Nahiri, who has never believed in magic, and she has power on the streets of the 18th century Cairo. She's a con woman, but she uses palm readings and czars and mysterious gift of healing. They're all tricks, both the means to the delightful end of swindling Ottoman nobles and a reliable way to survive. She accidentally summons a mysterious jinn warrior to her side during one of her cons, and she needs to reconsider her beliefs. I've heard phenomenal things about the Daevabad trilogy. This is on my series staircase for Her Kid, so I do need to read it. And when that will be, I don't know. At some point in time before the end of the year. So, at any rate, let me know your thoughts. Have you read any of these books? Are you intrigued by any of these books? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, who knows? I might have 5-star predictions of books that come out within the following months. I'm looking forward to, for sure, 2 books that I know of for sure that I'm really looking forward to. I really want Angelina Bouli's new book. She wrote Firekeeper's Daughter and Warrior Girl Unearthed. And I'm really looking forward to Mate by Ali Hazelwood. But those 2 books I don't think are going to be 5-star reads for me. But as always, happy reading. Thank you for watching. Please hit the notification button, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. If you're not sure what to leave down below, leave me 5 stars. Thank you so much. Bye.